What is up, my friends? Hey there, everyone. So we're just doing this spontaneous live stream. We're just going to have it as a video available for anyone who joins later. And if anyone joins now, awesome. That'll be amazing. But come in the space, welcome in. Please make yourself comfortable wherever you are, sitting, standing, lying down, any of that jazz. Be here together. Let's be in this space together. So glad to be here. It's been a little while since we've done a live here, and a little bit in general. But we're gonna jump into some. So yeah, we're just gonna hang out and talk about some things, experiences, and awareness of things in the collective. Energy body, light body, and just body in general, and like what's really rolling through for a lot of us. Feeling myself tune in and tune up here for this space. Go through some energy deeper beyond just what we're talking through the transmission of what we're talking about. Just more integral energy work, intentional, focused. But in this space, there's always clearing and energy work going on, healing, peaceful energetics, bringing safety of energetics, bringing support us. Fully be present here together and in our lives beyond the live stream. Yeah, we'll be going through some meditations, mostly just for spirit and true soul source essence connection, purifying our bodies and coming back into connection with our truest, clear, crystalline source beingness. And that in itself holds the codes and is like our master version of self, is really just embodying this truer whole spectrum consciousness, whole spectrum essence that wants to play, that is playing, that is moving and roving, communicating through our full spectrum of consciousness in our whole body at all times. The more we're able to tune into that and clear and purify some areas energetically, and support the flow of our soul's essence, the flow of our consciousness, the flow of our chi and our life force, our creational, magical, living essence and energy. Through our multidimensional anatomy and through the physical, the greater energy that we will have, the greater strength we will have, the greater clarity and presence we can bring by practicing being that and pulling that into spaces often. So taking these qualities, these virtues of what it like really means to be our unique soul essence, as much as like these higher virtues or qualities of a human being, basically of a being in this world, to establish and ground in a greater sense of mastery, multidimensional mastery, control, and focus of energies through our sphere of reality, and then more from there can we greater show up to expand into the collective sphere as a whole, or collective spaces where you are with others, and practice feeling energies, moving with those, getting those to move and direct them in a way that brings higher healthfulness, vitality, healing, clarity of presence with how you interact with those energies. This is what I largely focus on and teach, transmit, guide with us, and what I do always, daily. And I've been going through quite a lot of training, activations, shiftings lately in regards to that, in regards to energy work collectively or with myself, and how that just automatically communicates and is one and the same, and coming into these different perspectives to really see inside myself and move with those energies and help direct things with our actions, with our words, with our presence, to be in a greater whole, to be in a greater cohesive coherency, clarity, and healthful movement, the flow of the energy like streams through a forest. So probably feeling a lot of that even now, just us talking, me talking here, but we'll go through some meditations with that. Nonetheless, this whole live stream, once again, is exactly that. It is a meditation, it is a teaching, it is a class and a workshop. They always are, whether it's free or we offer them up for donation base or a paid class or course, which will be coming soon in the future. Just take a moment here, settle in. A lot of this talking helps me to just settle in too. There's a few things we're talking about. One thing, and what we've already been alluding to here, is really energetic sovereignty. Energetic body, auric body, soul embodiment, physical body, like full sovereignty from an energetic and consciousness standpoint is largely where I have expertise and focus for when in regards to sovereignty thus far in my journey. And then yet, of course, there's levels of that, which actually we'll go into a little bit. But I think anything and everything fully comes down to consciousness and energetics, and our energetic body taking full ownership, leadership, control over our own sphere of reality, our space, our domain. And then being able to expand that to collective in a humble, clear, compassionate, open, intelligent, whole, soulful, source, clear, aware way, because our souls themselves fractals of source, of God, of beloved Mother, Father, God, beloved source, this consciousness, intelligence throughout all of creation, in this dimension, in all dimensions, throughout all the multiverse. We are a fractal of that. So simply, if we tune into that more, we connect into everyone else's sources, fractals, souls, and spirit, and energetic bodies. The more we do that work ourselves, and being able to help everything come to a greater clarity, that peace, that wholeness, that healthfulness once again. So like, that for me is a huge part of what energetic sovereignty is. So let's just roll right into that for a moment. It's just, energetic sovereignty is really moving, focusing deeply internally, going through our healing journeys, our shadow work journeys, our really unifying and loving ourselves journey. Yes. And then also how to, becoming aware of how to energetically purify and clarify ourselves. Those very simple techniques via speaking things into creation, commanding things, prayer, direct energy work and movement, with breath and with body movement, and with psychic, intuitive, psionic movement in our energy fields. Being able to learn that by really just honing in and focusing in our bodies all of what we need to really hone into and embody our full power with grace, with ease, with strength undying, purifying, whole, unifying, living light that we are in all of our spectrums of shadow, and those light spectrums interdimensionally within shadow, as I've really been coming into seeing more of lately. And then the light spectrums in what we would quote unquote more call light, both in the physical and interdimensionally as we perceive it. I think there's still consciousness, there's still aliveness, there's still energies in all spectrums of shadow and light. And when we come into, so another topic here to connect into is neutrality, and this will lead also into creation and creation magic and manifestation. So what we're really talking about here is honing into all these different layers, levels of us, through pure intention of wanting to focus in on how we can better ourselves, embody greater versions of ourselves, and be greater leaders, greater visionary creators and leaders in this world for the new humanity to really unfold, for the new humanity to really begin to change and shift into that and be birthed into this world. Essentially, with us, all of us here, a lot of us here have within us, nonetheless, who you are anyway, codes to activate to your visionary leader self. What does that mean? So for me, like, visionary leader means really having a strong embodiment, strong semblance of who you are, and then seeing that in others, and seeing what, as you learn about various different layers and levels of truths throughout the collective, throughout the world, truths about yourself, truths about each other, and really speak to those and take action on those to help others around you, you'll see what emerges more as your unique purpose and your unique role to fill, to be that visionary leader, to actually take action like this and in bigger ways that can help guide, help love on, help teach, help facilitate, support really the sovereign growth and embodiment and full clarity of other beings to become those leaders, those creators, really remembering what that means, being a creator, being a magical wizard or witch, being an energy worker, what does that mean? And recognizing the truth of that in reality and not holding back from it based on societal programs or because wanting to get things done and going along with the hustle and bustle and disregarding some subtleties of reality and energetics. This is like really highly in a lot of areas where I always want to focus on for us is the energetic mastery, the multidimensional mastery, the coming into full relationship with ourselves interdimensionally and into our physical body exactly the same in the full relationship with our precious physical bodies in order to have that full guardianship over what it means to be alive in this world, full guardianship of beyond us to nature, to life around us, and that full knowingness of the interconnectedness of everything in life, energetically, consciously, soulfully, all thoughts and feelings, all energetics, as it permeates through the world, it connects to nature, connects to each other. Our responsibility to come into a greater subtle recognition of that and master ourselves in that, master our minds and energetics and multidimensional emotional bodies, multidimensional bodies, and come into a greater whole unification and semblance of that with heart, with our minds, with the brain mind, with the heart mind, with the belly and body mind, and deeper into our earth connected, interconnected with everything, like a tree, like streams of water, like the minerals and soils of the earth, like the air all around us. Interconnected awareness and remembrance of all life. And the dearness of what that means for us as living sovereign creators and what that even means and how we get there. And based on from my experience, it just comes down to like the wanting and desire to be free. The wanting and desire to be in a greater sovereign embodiment of your truest essence that you know in your heart, and to pierce through and penetrate through all layers and levels of blockages or programs or constructs to go right to that and expand that light out through these many layers and levels in yourself and into the world and show up as that. Doesn't matter what it looks like or how it is. That, I think, is a great base that guides us to embody ourselves, see more of the collective world, where we can focus our scope of purpose that we can bring solution to in the world and bring shift to help guide the greater consciousness of us all into each individual being on this planet to come into that greater sovereign free being that they really are, the greater soul source essence that they really are. So that is what leads us into being able to truly connecting with our skills and abilities and why we've been attracted to build certain skills or why we are now, and to be disciplined and focused on that and shine our light through these particular abilities or skills or talents or creative expressions, because that is what brings a lot of our true magic. Our true living source soul magic in the world comes through finding these channels of creativity where we can shine and be these whole and divine living true souls, true beings that we are. Why is that so important? Because it's important to really know yourself. It's important to really connect in with yourself, know that to the fullest capacity, and follow forth in your true path, paving the way, creating that pathway, knowing in yourself naturally the pathway to go that is essentially there already, but you're also actively forging and creating it because you just know of something to do, something to be, something to learn, and then to be and find out, develop, and explore in yourself, in your reality, and really move forward in this world, move some mountains, move some great energies in the collective as you're getting a greater semblance of yourself, connected out to the collective, seeing the purpose that you can fulfill, and then following that mission with absolute discipline, absolute determination, absolute love and devotion and commitment in your heart and core of core being, your heart of hearts, your highest heart, and truest, divine, precious, in all qualities of expression within our emotional spectrum, within our energetic spectrum, within our soul's lifetimes, from this lifetime and then going into others, these gifts, these abilities, this knowledge, these energies, and into our ancestries, that we can responsibly pull into our bodies, embody here now, and express in a greater new way, in a whole totality of beauty, of magic. And following what I've been coming back into and really digging into is this grace and ease. Really, the truth of feeling what that is, to embody grace and ease, strength, clarity, awareness, and energetic connection, so that you become that Magi master, multidimensional Magi masters that we all are, and being able to exercise that in the energetic spheres in our own and the collective groups around us, like I've said, and then beyond. We want to be able to, all of us want to come to the state of freedom in the sense of greater connection with life around us, greater connection to ourselves. And like I said, nonetheless, those things always are. They're 100%, it's just a natural thing, but it's really just about harmonizing into that in a fuller conscious sense, and then you can greater participate and really direct energies in that conscious way to change and shift and to be in a certain frequency or vibration or quality of energy, quality of consciousness to emanate from you, to radiate from you, and to inspire that and lead that with grace and ease for others to find in themselves sovereignly and freely, and to help that energy just be more available, whatever it is we're focusing on in our mission. A lot of us here, and yet a lot of us in general, are always looking to embody more peace, more clarity, more sincerity, more truth, more honesty, more love, more integrity. True, clear, sovereign integrity in all of our mind, all of our full spectrum consciousness, brain, mind, heart, mind, body, mind, soul, spirit, and really get a connection, coherency with our whole being, and guiding and being able to support that with others to relieve stresses, overt emotional, mental, energetic stresses, and come into and help them be more assembled and coherent in themselves as well. All of us want that. I don't know how you would not. And it comes down to you first embodying that yourself and what that means. So when it comes to like talking about grace and ease, how can we embody that much more in our lives? And highly so, it comes down to feeling into the vibration, the frequency sets and qualities of energetics, or what those really mean, and begin to just explore that, to practice that, to in every respect. And for me, and what I want to guide here for us is the interdimensional, multidimensional aspect of really feeling to grace and ease within our chi and our life force energies, within our heart, within our mind, a complete union. Infinity loop union, as well as like kind of a double helix union, of seeing how those really come together and intertwine. I do say really a lot, funny. Always want to get to the semblance, the roots, the core of the truth of something, so I use that word. Becoming aware of that. So it's all about really bringing those places into alignment in yourself. And in that, we can start to feel into the electromagnetics of our body, which pertains to our chi or pertains to our hearts. And that's very simple processes of recognizing like how you feel when you have this tingling feeling rolling through your body. Like even now, I can just self-activate that, and all of us can do that too, just emotionally with our hearts, energetically feel that roving kind of wave of tingles through you, which is just your electromagnetics and going into your chi and life force, and yet we can dig into higher dimensional subtle aspects, which is kind of somewhat beyond that, which is just this pure energy that is clear and present, but can still be felt and translated through that electromagnetic auric field feeling in our cells. And so like actually a lot of these practices with your hands is something that can help with that. Holding your hands in front of each other like this, however far you wish at first. And just tuning in to your center of your hands, your hand chakras, can help you gain a clarity of awareness of magnetics in your body. So actually, if you want, we can just go ahead and do that for a second. Just place your hands in front of each other, as far as you wish, close as you wish. Just focus on the center of your hands, and you'll begin to feel sensations, tingling. Really slowing down, connecting in with those hands, the hand chakras, finger chakras, these energy centers. So many do we have throughout our nervous system, throughout our meridian body, throughout our multidimensional auric field energy body. Just imagine those points of your hands connecting to each other from the center to these center points. Ooh, there it is. I feel a big upsurge as we slow down here. We'll feel a huge upsurge of magnetic energy, like there's a magnetic ball in front of me. You can actually feel the walls, like the edges of a ball, and it's like pushing on it. There's a literal physical sensation of a ball. This is connecting in with your heart, your auric field, your torus field of energetic flow. And begin to establish a tangible, like you could say, awareness of that. Kind of gently pulse your hands back and forth like I'm doing. That's when that will physically help you attune to those subtleties of energy and sense them, move them. What I like to do is then pressurize that, push in more. Helps to unify your brain with your body in a unity very much. Kind of like compressing your electromagnetic field, then releasing it a little bit. Do or don't feel anything right now, it's okay. So simple as tuning in to your hands, tuning into your heart, bringing all your brain, mind into this exact focus. Clear. Relaxed with a relaxed body. Sometimes you might feel it wants to shift or change where you need to have your hands placed, and follow that intuitively. That's just how those energies are moving. When you come into more focus, it tends to stabilize around right here. You can actually play with this at different points of your body too. Heart, lower dantian, the root, sacral, solar plexus area of chakras, up here your head, and you'll feel that it is different. For right now, we're just at the chest. I like compressing it, trying to get closer and closer in, down to like a pearl size of energy. To have this real honed in, collectivized, energetic potential. All these different Qigong and Tai Chi teachers, masters, Doing these sort of things brings you to a greater semblance and connection with your electromagnetic body, your chi and life force, and into higher layers of energetics etherically and astrally through your multidimensional sphere, Taurus body. So they do this in order to really feel into kind of a micro aspect of your whole, because it's also just affecting the field around you. Breathing with it as you need, follow that intuitively. See how you're feeling, notice that, focus your mind to those hand spacing. You can notice how you can focus and direct that energy into your hands more and more you push and add pressure. But this is just a very simple practice that you can practice yourself to help you come into the fuller, greater connection with your energy body, the magnetics, especially of your body. But I think this is crucial, number one, most important, for us to establish more in our embodied sovereignty, seeing the energetics, consciousness, our minds, both the brain largely, and the heart, and even larger, and connecting in with this infinity loop, brain and heart as one, and then fully down into our bodies, our bellies. The etherical womb, perhaps, that us men have, while women have the physical, both. The etherical lingam that men have kind of moves into that belly space with this creational chi, life force, sexual, creational, magical energy that is meant to connect in with our hearts to a greater degree, into our whole minds, be moved and roved throughout our body with grace and ease. So this is speaking into that we can practice tuning into subtle energies, both through direct practices or with just the intention to become aware of that in ourselves or others around us, anywhere that we are. We can really just practice that anywhere that we are. The more we do that, the more we notice that we can move physically, mentally, emotionally with greater collected focus, coherency, and ease to tasks, and have a replenishment of energy no matter what tasks you're doing, to be able to support the energetics, the environment of others around you by doing this and expanding yourself to encompass the field of any others around you, of the space that you're in. If we practice that daily, it helps us fully establish or that clear leadership, directing of us, of what comes into our field and what goes out. We'll be able to recognize more the consciousness, the emotions, the thoughts of other beings, of other people, and interdimensionally, what energies pertain to what, if it's yours or if it's not. If you're noticing it's coming from TV or radio or internet frequencies, sometimes you get images from those things probably, as well as interdimensionally and just other people's minds and imaginations. And really being able to differentiate and move those energies through your system, let things move through you as if you're water. Which will then bring things into a greater, as things move through you and wash through you, if you can vision and feel yourself like water, it'll also bring you to a state of centering and neutrality that will see the different polarities like we were talking about before, our dualities, the state of duality in this world often. Being able to let those move and flow and then be resolved and come into a greater union within each other and these and the duality, polarity aspects of anything and everything, whether it be shadow or light, or whether it be like happiness or anger, or emotions like that, or whether it be the way you like confidence or humbleness in yourself, or openness and yet having some boundaries. Examples like that will be able to move through that with greater grace and bring things always back to our hearts. It's really just about like the highest, clearest frequency and vibration of compassion and love and humbleness and grace, and yet honing in on the confidence of who you are and your true divine essence and embodying that and letting things just, as you encounter them into your reality, come into this clear coherency with itself, come into a resolve and a union, which will ultimately actually lead you to be able to create aspects, manifest things in reality with more ease, that is more whole and living and neutral, rather than like manifesting things from duality where it feels like, okay, you're experiencing this certain spectrum of things and all of a sudden like it'll swing and shift to like the other spectrum of experience, and we go back and forth in that cycle. That's great. It's okay, but I think ultimately too, it's just teaching us how to master our consciousness, master our reality, and being able to resolve any duality, kind of shifting and somewhat fighting. Sometimes there's an aspect of fighting and not fighting in ourselves about anything, and that's actually a big thing right now, actually, perfect to say, is that holds us back in our lives and our world from really achieving our dreams and the things we know we want to, and our purpose and mission is just like this fighting back and forth with ourselves. And if we feel into the core of that with our heart, with our mind, brain minds, with full presence, we can come to a clear resolve and be able to move forward with that greater grace and ease, greater strength, and yet a unified sense of those energies as we allow them to come to meld and come together, and yet be honored exactly as they are in each of the polarity. It's not about like one is better than the other or anything. It's just 100% honoring, having respect and love for every aspect of us. So including like darkness and light. We have those aspects of us that feel it's in with that spectrum of energy, consciousness, light, even within those interdimensional spaces. And as we fully love and embrace that about ourselves and let that move closer into our hearts, move closer into, this divine neutrality space of resolution, then we'll notice how our light can come through and connect in and kind of blend in together and become one whole. And then also from there be able to emanate a new form of consciousness, a new form of energy that is ever expanding and ever growing and ever knowing, as we all have this ever knowingness inside of ourselves of how to really conduct, lead ourselves, direct, be, embody these different qualities and ways. If we slow down, practicing slowing down, and anywhere and everywhere that we are, to see the subtleties of energies, emotions, expressions of other beings and ourselves, being able to respond on those levels, that brings things into a healed wholeness, more remembered, or like a reassemblance and connection with itself and with yourself in those spaces. It's everywhere we go, any environment, right? I mean, anywhere. We experience things hugely different, like there's different energies. And so all of a sudden things feel like this way or that way, whatever, and that's also us feeling into the polarities and dualities, as well as like everything's just different, and it's there to support us in our greater growth and mastery, multidimensional mastery. And for you, as you do that work, support others to find that in themselves too. So I love this topic today, although it's what we talk about a lot. There's just greater depth of nuance that we're focusing on here, I feel like. So if you allow yourself to really be open and present here in the space, there'll be a lot of depths and layers of energies or transmissions of information that can be received that's beyond what I'm saying. It's far beyond. It's just fully with my heart, soul, spirit, my guides and your guides with each other, kind of speaking, communicating our energetic chakra system, speaking and communicating here with each other, bringing a very large depth or breadth of energetic transmission. Especially as we slow down and purify and open ourselves more. Purify, how do we do that? Really, it's just breathing into the space in your body that feel dense or tense and relaxing those spaces and letting us see or feel whatever energies are there, whether it's light or dense, whether we see darkness or light, whether we see different colors or different shapes or geometries or different swirls, or we feel within the electromagnetic body, within the energetic body, beyond the electromagnetics, these swirls and movements of energy around us, different places, these currents of energy. It might feel like it brings tension to some places, and if you relax that, you can see how it can help that energy dissipate. And we take deep breaths in those places. We can get the energies to move with greater clarity and kind of brought back to that central stream, and yet dispersed and expanded radiantly throughout our torus field. Oh. So if the more slowing down now and taking that into practice, your daily life, to breathe through the feelings, emotions, the thoughts, the energies, and not let them sway you or control you, but for you to be in this clear, calm, unified, neutral, whole, divine living presence. To be observing while simultaneously moving and directing and then creating with these energies and leading yourself, and yet letting things fold and infold as they must with yourself and with others, and be shared in the greater clarity of consciousness, a greater awareness and presence. This, as we move through this, gives a real semblance and awareness of what multidimensional mastery means and what it is. So once again, continue to allow yourself to slow and be here. Just feel. Feeling as you're listening, as you're thinking, from your heart and in your body, fully within your somatic body intelligence. So let's actually stop here for a moment and really focus on that in this sacred space. More of a meditation. Everything we're talking about here, all the thoughts, all the energies, everything's sparking up, whether it feels like there's some traumas there and things that need to be looked at and healed and alchemized, transmuted, and moved into a divine, alchemized, greater whole back into your system, to flow throughout your system, or if it's just bringing up thoughts and feelings, ideas, getting things to move and or receiving these transmissions to grow and expand, as all of this is for growth and expansion. All of this is for healing and clarity. Just breathe in your body, breathe in all those feelings directly, not avoiding them. Relaxing tension in your body. Breathing deep in your lower belly, all the way to your perineum, place between your sexual organs and Uranus, that root chakra. feeling that rise into your abdomen. And rise into your heart through the solar plexus. Allow in breath, focusing on your heart, letting that energy expand into your consciousness, multidimensional, auric energy body. Sometimes it's called the light body as well. Into higher dimensional, higher frequency and vibrational layers of that auric and energy body into the light body. All of it essentially is consciousness and it is light. What we can do here, as you might notice, slowly breathing, slowly being present here, greater and greater, is different movements, different swirls of energy, or different feelings of density or lightness. Good. If that's hard to get a semblance of, just keep breathing deep and having the intention to feel into these subtleties. I'm adding in some supportive energies that help you get into that state. Kind of just blowing you through with air element into the space. Allow yourself to tune into that. Receive that. Maybe tune into your body more subtly. Begin to clear any stuck energies. Get them moving. Clear any blackness. Get that clearing and moving. Bring in more of your presence of consciousness in the space. I see where there are many colors around me. Some densities to work through. Red and yellow. Purple and green. Orange. Let the sounds, feelings, or vibrations, anyone and everyone and anything around you, fully be there. Included in this meditation to help you to focus in deeper in your body. Focus in to your heart, to your chakra system. Expanding to the greater layers of chakra systems also present in the energetic and the auric body and the light body, around and above you and below you, in the earth, above you in the sky, just above your head, just outside your body, as well as the many in your body, like the hands and fingers and the feet and toes and the knees and the hips, shoulders. Back of your body like the front. Different faces of your chakras, of your energy centers. deeper into your nervous system. The intersecting communication points, these nadi points, these energy centers, also for electrics, pulses, magnetics and electrics of thought, of feeling, sensation throughout the body. And also providing pathway and communication to the meridians, the energetic ley line system, the energetic, basically nervous system in the physical, connecting to your organs, connecting to your muscles, connecting to your nervous system mainframe places like the vagus nerve. Yet into the vagus nerves, or the nerves throughout the body more, which also connects in with the interstitium organ, which is kind of like those fluid matrix connecting into your fascia system below your skin, I believe. Nonetheless, connecting with that fascia below the skin, yet above the muscle, right in between this intelligent, watery, plasmic system of fluid. It really carries these energies of consciousness, the meridians communicating through to each other, into the nervous system, into the organ systems. From your head down to your feet, let those waves of energy wash, relaxing any more tension. Based on your pure exploring through your body, finding those places of tension, pure intention to let them relax, release, pure will to let them relax and release. Might be in your pelvic region, might be in your shoulders and upper back, your neck, might be in your calves and ankles, or in your belly, anywhere. Breathing deep into those places that are calling for your attention based on sensation in your body, to release and to interconnect with each other, nervous system wise, releasing stuck tensions in your fascia system, in your arms or your shoulders, your hands, your hips and lower back. Sitting up straight or laying down straight and recognizing those places of tension in the fascia, really that holds certain program structures of the muscles, the body, to be in certain ways. So we're going to breathe there for a second. I'm going to breathe some energies here through for us. Bring a clearing through our fascia and nervous system. Release any knottings of energy. You may feel some need to move your body suddenly, twitch, that's okay. Or just relax more and breathe into those spaces with me. That's where a lot of stuck emotions and energies lay. We're wanting to release our bodies now, commanding that from these old structures and old holding sets within the fascia system, within the nervous system, within the joints. Be releasing the name, the source, with God, source, with our truest soul, spirit, connecting in with our soul and our spirit now and pulling that through into our body to guide us into this greater freedom. We might feel a lot of release waiting to come through now. Let all the emotions be felt, let all the energies be moving. Breathing deep. Commanding through more of our soul's presence. And as that comes into play, it'll want to release more tension in the body, more stuck energies. Let them be released, relax more. Let all things be felt and breathe through it, no matter what, being present. It might not be so intense as I'm making it sound. It might be very much so in ease and clarity. It depends on you and your body. Everyone's different where we are in our health, full state, vitality, life force flow, and relationship with ourselves, relationship with our truest soul essence, and being that no matter what, to pierce through and penetrate through all blockages in the world and show up with who we truly are, and to really expand and exercise that, to embody it more, to discover more of these abilities and traits and skills that can help us to express that more in this world. Is all just speaking into being and expressing your truest light, living light, in complete totality and spectrums of energetics, and a complete union. In a union, not fighting against each other, not fighting against ourselves anymore. Releasing these stuck emotions regarding not just simply giving ourselves permission to be free and be who we are and be in those greater sovereign beings. That we know in our hearts we are so very powerfully. We are infinitely powerful, immense, multidimensional, masterful creators. Magi, magical, living souls and energy beings within these human experiences, within these bodies as tools, instruments, sacred biospiritual, advanced, highly advanced technologies, yet nonetheless just homes, our first homes, vehicles, vessels, beyond that. Just beingness to interact as the avatars in this world that we are, the true and our highest upwards to the 12th dimensional aspects of self, and beyond that, these avatar, masterful, magical souls that we are. That these bodies are the avatar vehicle vessels, play tools, vessels, and play creational living expression and ways of grounding fully into the earth, all the way through the soils, rooting in like a tree, all the way down to our core, to the earth's core, feeling ourselves deep here in presence, to maximize upon receiving this activation. Now we're jumping to that as we're releasing maybe some emotion still, let that process ensue, and bring this activation to help move some more energies and really pull through our truest essence, really pull through this activation of becoming this holy, greater, divine, known being, this being we've known since childhood. This being, this true, pure, free, creational, infinite, imaginational, limitless being that we've known that we are throughout our entire lives, and that we're tapping into now, pulling into our bodies. From all time, space, dimension, any of our soul, spirit, consciousness that we have left in other time, spaces, and dimensions with other people, places, and things, with anything, we are calling that back. Purifying that and clarifying that in the absolute purest crystalline, fluid, water-like, living light essence of source beyond us into all creation, all multiversal creation, this multi-spectrum, full living source energy, to purify those aspects of our soul and to pull them back into our bodies in this time, space, local, here now, fully anchored back in with our hearts, highest hearts, fully anchored back in with our highest brain minds, fully anchored back in with our highest body consciousness. To be here now, to move through the emotions and energies, maybe some of the traumas that we're ready to face, and move through and bring more of a grace within the totality of the energies, the soul, the essence that we're pulling back, grounding into our bodies, grounding into the earth, to really be these players, these creators, these magical magi, multidimensional masters. That we truly are. This stems into our true manifesting creator selves, our multidimensional selves, that which we always are. We're always manifesting, always creating, whether it's consciously or unconsciously within the emotional and mental spectrums, within the energetic spectrums. We're always creating. The more we hone into our energy bodies, our light bodies, our auric bodies, our physical bodies, our consciousness in a full, greater, whole spectrum of living light, in a multidimensional rainbow spectrum, in both the visible known colors and beyond, the higher different frequencies, and the frequencies and the in-betweens of all of those, all these in-between spaces of energies between the spectrums of colors and frequencies and energetics, the rainbows. these layers of darkness or shadow, and really honing in that awareness, this power, this peace, this true assemblage of self. Does that establish more of our freedom and sovereignty? It does so. Highly. The more we can become aware of the master creators and manifestors that we all are, and the more we can actually focus in on our heart's truest and highest, greatest desires, wants to achieve, to experience. This is all to activate us in the remembrance of the manifestors and creators and the masterful Magi, multidimensional beings that we are, that we've known all of our lives in our soul. There's all this within I speak. There's a gnosis within you. Let it be remembered. Let it burst. Expand and radiate back into your body, and then collect. And hone in as these pearls of intimate knowing, of interconnectedness with all life, intimate, pure awareness, and pure devotional commitment and reverence and honor. Let that rise in you for life and others around you, and their beauty of being, and your beauty of being, and the power that you have to call in anything you wish and desire, and express that through your pure creational magic in yourself, through your body, through your creativity, and knowing the pathways that you can follow within of that can lead to you really honing in the vibration and frequency responsible to handle those types of greater expanded realities, whether it be finances or physical things or homes or traveling, that actually supports your greater health and expansion and capabilities of showing up in this world. Really comes down to you honing in on your creative, magical, energetic essence of soul and spirit, and emanating that into the world, mastering that, mastering every facet of us as beings, as humans, as man, beings, as humans, as souls in this world, mastering our consciousness, mastering energetics, honing them in with the interdimensional creational potential that we have with all feelings, emotions, thoughts, manifesting and magnetizing to you when you focus on them, and then release. Actually, it comes down to in releasing and letting go of any attachment to those things, and letting them fold back into your lives when you're fully readied and capable, which you can make the choice of being now, and then releasing that and letting it go out into universal, multiversal creation for these things to come back to you in your reflection. And be received. Showing you the master that you are, really accepting that with humbleness and with peace, with beauty, with grace, with love, with gratitude, 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 gratitude. Gratitude, 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 gratitude for just being. And knowing that you can do anything, create anything, receive anything, give from your true creational, magical, pure, holy, divine essence, giving from that place, honing into your beingness multidimensionally, harmonizing in a greater relationship, and therefore therein comes the element of mastery when you harmonize, when you accept, when you can move with consciously, participatively, aware with what already is, by establishing a greater relationship and a greater support of yourself, support of others, with grace, with love, with ease, with total presence, with peace, with resolve, with clarity, with purity. Expanding some energies now that are collected more to help us really connect into this. Remember it. Know it. Know the multidimensional spectrums of energetics as real. Not hokum, not woo-woo, not fake. There's something to connect into and be afraid of because you know it's real, but it's very sensitive and very intimate. This is true, intimate, sacred, divine, special. The subtle energetics of reality that it is. that you're always interacting with, but when we fully slow down to connect into those and move the flow, stream-like energies, the waters of those energies, consciously, practicing that is where we'll come into the greater reprogrammed and known awareness that this is true and that we can take it anywhere, to anyone, at any place, any experience, anywhere that we go, that we choose to create, that we choose to lead ourselves and take ourselves to, and express that and be aware of the energetics and the consciousness at play in order to help things do whatever we have in desire. Most of us here will be those who want to help bring that clarity, peace, healing, truth, beauty, grace. So be it, so it is, but it's whatever also that you desire and wish to be and teach and guide in a space that is so unique to you in your unique spectrum of consciousness, multidimensionally, your unique spectrum within your whole mind. All these in-between spaces you're seeing that maybe I'm not at the moment. Maybe in all these different certain nuances and details of energetics that maybe you see naturally more presently that I don't. And it's up to you to really hone into that and exercise that and bring that to any space, to be a living example and embodiment of who you wish to be, who you know that you are, who you both wish to be and know that you are. To allow yourself to be that, to become that more. Anything that you learn in the world that you want to embody yourself and emanate in your own unique frequency, do that. Anything that you feel in yourself is something totally new and unique and whatever else that others probably are doing too, but you just feel to do it in yourself, do that. Do that thing that really calls for you. Embody that. It's about embodying repetitively the qualities, the energies, the consciousnesses, the feelings, these unique traits. And just committedly, devotedly doing that. Not letting anything get in your way whatsoever in regards to being the most highest whole potential of who you really, truly are, my dear friends. What does that mean repetitively over? You can always ever find more of your greater self. You can always ever become greater. Even if you strongly, clearly know who you are and are embodying that and practicing that, even if you're fully living more in your freedom and sovereignty, there's ever greater and more potential to come. I promise you that. And it's all about just purely allowing it to be, showing up to intuitively follow what you would like to express, to embody. To be a living example of, to create projects, big companies, big businesses, to rewrite a lot of different companies and corporational aspects in this world. There are different ways that we outreach and really help each other. Any of these creative outlets, these projects, these things that you know and you that you'd like to be involved with to change the fabric of within the collective, to change the field of within the collective, and yet to lead new corporations or new businesses collaboratively in a way that you know is going to help people tap into their creativity, their true essence, and free themselves from any connective, attached binds to any aspect of the false matrix, the false reality that has tried to push itself on us since our birth. It's time to release yourself from that now. Come back to the greater semblance, full through this process. Releasing any more change or connections to and tetherings that siphons some of your energy or keeps you stuck in these vortexing loops or kind of blocks off a greater awareness of your potential and expanse as a magical multidimensional creator. That can create anything and lead forth anything and anywhere in this world, in big industries and small places, recreating something new. when we detach ourselves from any of these connections to the false matrix, that we can come to a greater semblance and awareness of ourselves, and where we can insert ourselves into respective fields in the collective and flow this new consciousness and energy, this gnosis of your pure essence of creativity in a big and powerful way that, percolates out and sparks the same awareness and awakening in others to come into that, inspiring them to come into that in themselves, for them to receive these frequencies that they know are there, that they're feeling in those moments through your creations or through what you're leading in a business or whatever it may be. However it is you're reaching the world or reaching people, you can do any of that. In this space, you know it, you remember it, and you know what a lot of those things are. And as we're bringing through a lot of these clearings and activations, let it be received, let it settle, and focus on the different places in you that need to be seen with this awareness, need to be felt, to be moved and alchemized as we focus slowly and more softly, subtly again, always through this process in different spectrums. To feel where we can build life force, heart and brain, consciousness, psyche, psychic, intuitive, energetics that are there for you to follow and bring that focus of consciousness and psyche energetics into. This intuition to follow in you that helps, that sparks up as different feeling places in your body to move through, to love through in a greater spectrum of relationship again. Pulling up from the feet, some energies to the left shoulder, front and back, over to the right shoulder, crossing over the back, down the right arm, back up the right arm to the chest. Just trust and allow this to be focused on yourself, supporting the whole process. Back down to the solar plexus, to the sacral, to the root, sexual organs, into the root. This energy swooshing and flowing from the base of our spine, coming down up the front, to our throat, to our third eye. Breathing from the soul star now, slightly above your head, about 18 inches. Pull down through the crown, third eye. Associated chakras around the areas. The altar major chakras in the back of the head, on top of the neck, base of the skull. The Bindu chakra and the Bindi, front and back of the head. Down the facial, meridian, and nervous system points. Relaxing your face. Down through the arms, the shoulders and the arms. Down through the chest. Rolling through like warm water. And now we're calling in a cool water. Cool, clarifying, purifying, crisp, crystalline water of pure source, original, creational essence, energetics. Rain down through us, all of our chakras, all the way up to the 12th dimensional, the 13th, 14th, 15th, way out, above the earth, out into those waters of space, out into space to any other planes and planets, and many other stars. Pull down through, raining this waterfall of spirit, soul, through us as complete free sovereign beings connected to all time, space, dimension, and down through to the earth. Pour through our soul stars, crowns, third eyes, associated chakras, throat, chest, shoulders and arms, hands, through our solar plexus and belly, bringing a cooling sensation, cooling and relaxing, crystal, clear, purifying, cooling our excess warmth throughout the body from these activations. Letting our heart slow down. there's a lot of heat that's in the abdomen that is clearing and cooling now. So let's hang out there for a moment actually before we move down further. Just breathing deep in that belly and the abdomen, from the solar plexus down to the sexual organs, front and back. Pouring this water through, imagining this crystal clear, pure, cool, clarifying, purifying, holy, divine source waters pouring through you. Waterfall over you, through you, throughout your auric torus field, about 15 meters or so, 45 feet out, more or less. All around you spherically. Work through your body, chilling, cooling, further through the abdomen, through the arms. Pouring through the legs, hips and legs, down through the knees. Relaxing, cooling energies. Support the integration through these clearings and activations. Down our calves and shins and our ankles. Let those waters pour through you, guiding some energies, gently and slowly helping your body. And this white blue light, this white gold light, and yet this rainbow tinted essence of pure auroric living whole sunlight emanate from you, reflecting in these waters pouring through you. This crystalline plasmic watery sun and soul, living light energy reflecting through this water that's still pouring through you and through your field, through your body, over your body, down through your feet, washing away any tenseness and density still further, any blackness or shroudings or aspects of your consciousness, whether it be on the right side, kind of the back of the head area, right head, or maybe on the left side, kind of areas of your body where that's felt these aspects of consciousness, to clear any blockages or stoppages further. Washing away with this water into the earth to be dissolved away, composted, and sending back to source. Yet earth is also just as powerful. So are you. More allow the more reclaiming of energies from that dissolving and composting. Reclaiming to be alchemized, transmuted and alchemized in you, for you to reclaim this energy, to redirect the flow from blockages, self-imposed mental, emotional, energetic blockages, from doing and being who you really most are in every way, in greater respect of practice, and just being and following your purpose and creative mission, and just being in every way, to clear these blockages, to alchemize, clear these blockages or stockages anymore that may remain, or blockages. Be seen as full intelligence and teacher that it is. These blockages, these stockages, the blockages, aspects of shadow of you, or any blockages that have hindered your greater being. Perfect? Perfect. They're accepted. Well, accept them as your greater teachers, to free yourself and open yourself in limitless consciousness, imagination, and capabilities of creation and manifestation. To know the graceful, intuitive path to follow energetically within your heart, from your soul and into your life force, to gracefully accelerate and open your wings and fly upon the accelerated path of your growth, of your expansion, of your development, of your reach and impact in the world, of your creative freedom, of your services to provide to the world, of your ways to help people and help the new humanity shift into that new humanity, the humanity shift into the new humanity. Releasing more tension in the back and the abdomen, shoulders, down to the feet, washing away into the earth. You're connected to our crystalline pure center, iridescent and rainbow, through blue and white layers, gold and white layers, into crystalline reflecting waters, plasmic energies, creating these rainbow spectrums, now pulling up through you and over you and around you. Releasing any tension further in your heart, or your solar plexus, or your throat even, holds you back of really expressing, showing up, expressing your full depth in a breath of creativity, of expressiveness, of joy, of freedom, of sovereignty with any and others, family or friends. Breathe through those densities to purify them and love them and their teachers that they are, especially around family or maybe some friends or workplaces. To know that you can show up to express yourself and be in any way you wish. There are no bounds. The bounds are only yourself. What other people think or feel of you is perfectly, honestly, their themselves, exactly as they are right now in their path. And you are free to show up and be exactly as you choose. Grow, expand, and emanate, and wish and desire to be and embody these greater qualities of by practicing in your daily life, out in the world, wherever you are. This is some of the greatest sense of liberation. And this you know you can do. Be in greater clarity and coherency. Aligning your brain mind with your heart mind, your belly, lower dantian, upper, middle, and lower dantian, energetic center, chakra center, conglomerations. Chinese medicine, they're often called dantians, where there's 3 major centers that combine some of the 7, the outlying chakras as well. Allowing your brain mind, heart mind, and body mind to expand in a greater union, to connect in a greater union of infinity, and yet more. Interlaying infinity, serpent's lake, movement of energy, cycling and moving. Knowing that, being able to practice doing this now and practice graceful, energetic body attention and awareness and presence of the subtleties of self and others around wherever you are, and practicing the moving with the gracefulness of this energy that is with ease, with strength, with fluidity, with coherency, with a flight, and yet like a swimming grace through waters, flight through the air, so perfectly clear. That this constantly will replenish you with energies by listening to your brain, heart, and body, mind, intuitively moving and being and actively speaking, doing, moving, anything, creating anything, leading anything from that unified place. Linking these together in a column of light, yet combined with that infinity-like feeling, infinity energy flow, in a union, in a divine union. Breathing and opening and releasing to that feeling. Visioning that infinity from the top above your head, all the way down to below your feet. Harmonizing, clarifying your system, your consciousness, your full spectrum mind. Now. Holding this position, I encourage you to try this mudra. One hand open at the bottom, one at the heart. These two fingers pointed up. These fingers folded down. Breathing into your monadic staff, your central column of soul, essence, energy. Central staff, creational, magical, multidimensional master self, extending all the way through your body, column of light, through down to the earth's core, branching out, rootings from that column into the earth like a great tree, great world tree. For that which we are and emanate that frequency of when there used to be in an older previous world. These great world trees. Imagine yourself as that. And that staff center and that column of light and that tree-like trunk rising to the sky. Through and beyond this atmosphere, firmament. Out into space, to the waters of space, to all other stars, planes, planets. All of the worlds interdimensionally, allowing that tree to branch out here, all across this earth, and further. In this central column of light, staff of energy that you behold. Now holding that staff with both your hands, sitting or standing tall. Taking a deep breath. Belly and lung and upper lungs, chest. And stamping into the earth. Feeling yourself as a full multidimensional, masterful, powerful, creative being. Presence, consciousness, soul. In accordance with natural law, in accordance with infinite, interdimensional, quantum, plasmic intelligence, source, creational energies and consciousness that permeates everything that you are. Your frequency, node, receiver, antenna of, and emanator of. As much as just your soul aspect of self, pulling that in. And these bodies having the capability to be fully harmonized with source and be the greater creators, manifestors that we are. Finding our way to a greater, unique, creative essence, both being able to eventually manifest things out of thin air, as much as we already do that. It's just a delayed time, slow down time, space, vibrational experience in this dimension. A greater capacity, once again. Focus on your truest desires and exactly what you want. Loving that. Being thankful of that and releasing that. Letting it be free and letting it be felt and answered back to you to be received in the correct time and space. felt. I know it's being a little looping right now. We are looping back around right now. But to hone in on certain areas that we feel called to focus on. Letting yourself be present. Feel here. Feel and hear your environment. Really loving and accepting and being in a union. Recognizing the divine beauty of everything where you are. Everything inside yourself and external. Everything subtle. Everything very directly present. Surface energies, everything micro and everything macro. I want to thank anyone and everyone for coming into this recording, this space here today. Thank you for being here. Please feel free to leave comments or direct message me as well for any questions or any inquiries about one-on-one sessions. Let me know how you're feeling, how you experience anything in this space. I'd love to hear everything you felt and experienced, anything and everything that's relevant, how you're just feeling in general now. Once again, I thank you so much for being here. I honor you, my friends, my dear, beloved, sacred, true souls, beings, in all respect, in every way, in every facet. I truly love and honor you. Thank you for being here. More and more of these spaces to come. Look out for them beyond just streaming. There will be bigger places to come. There's collaborations coming with some friends of mine, as well as spaces that we create for these gatherings together to do this work. Thank you again so much. Love you. Be seeing you real soon. There's our timer. Our end timer, yeah.